It's the New York Mets taking on the Houston Astros. The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. So the New York Mets, with major expectations, they're among the favorites this season. Chris, they'd love to build on that postseason appearance from last year. Do you think it can be a springboard for them?
I do, Boog, because this team has already got the building blocks in place, and you make the postseason, you know you've got a shot at the title. So the experience will definitely help them this time around. But it's a long season, and they're going to have to do the little things right and stay consistently on top of their game. And that's the best way to take home the Commissioner's Trophy, in my opinion.
It's the New York Mets taking on the Houston Astros. Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Just about ready to go. And on the hill, the lefty, Framber Valdez. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Well, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every 4th or 5th day, taking the ball, competing against really good big league hitters, it's extremely impressive. And you wonder what he figured out last year that he can carry into this season that can help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower. We'll see, but we know he's got good stuff, and he should be really good in this one today.
In there at the knees, 1 and 2.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
That's the third. Paredes. Marte retired. And here's the opening day lineup for the Mets. Chris, this team was outstanding in 2024. What kind of encore can we expect this year?
They gave the Dodgers an amazing battle in the NLCS, Boog, before LA went on to win the World Series. Few breaks here or there, and maybe it would have been the Mets' year. But it's been almost 40 seasons since they won a World Series. You know there's a definite hunger around this franchise.
And a swing and a miss. That's out number 2.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
Kicks and deals. On the ground, right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
That's a good job right there. You got 2 strikes on you. Just got to battle.
Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. The 1-1 is fouled off. Packed house here at Dyken Park. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here on opening day. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Ball.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Francisco Lindor waiting to hit for the Mets. Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. Coming around third is Soto. He'll score easily. Dubon with a quick throw back in. And the lead runner holds on at second base.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Lined, and that's a base hit. Vientos headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's 2-0.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
2 outs, runner at first. Here's Pete Alonso. Time asked for at the plate prior to the 2-1 pitch. Lindor off of first with 2 away. Runner on the go. Pitch inside. Throw, save.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully move that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
And a pitch. And that's in for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
So now 2 on and 2 outs. First and second, 2 outs. So up next for New York, Brandon Nimmo. Awkward swing there from the big left-handed hitter.
Off balance as well.
2 on, 2 outs. On the ground right side. And foul ball. Left-hand hitter waits. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it's into the gap. Lindor zipping around third. 1 run is in. Coming home. The relay. He'll score. 2 runs are in. And it's 4-0.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Now this is through for a base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 5-0.
Comes through with the RBI. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Jose Siri up now for the Mets. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
Swing and a foul out of play. Two outs. Swing and a high fly ball left field, pretty well struck. Alvarez going back on it. Adios, pelota. He sends it out of here. His first homer of the year, and they add a couple more. It's 7-0.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Framber Valdez won't go any further, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Lance McCullers Jr. comes on now.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Starling Marte up to hit. 2 down, nobody on. And now 2 balls and a strike. And And the right-hander deals. On a line out towards center. And a base hit. And that extends the inning. Jeff McNeil stands in. Next offering is in for a strike. Ripped on the ground to second. They take the force out, and that is the inning. But they take the lead on a huge 7-run outburst. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Mets 7 and the Astros nothing. Back here at Daikin Park, getting the nod on the mound, Kodai Senga. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Right-hander kicks, deals. And that's too high.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
He swings and fouls one off. The pitch. And down on strikes he goes. And that's the first out. Here's Mauricio Dubon. Righty delivers. Swing and a pop-up. Foul and a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. One down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Here's Yordan Alvarez.
First 2 hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
2-2.
Swing and a miss. And he strikes out the side in the first. So they make short work of him there. On to the second inning now from Daikin Park. It's the Mets 7 and the Astros nothing. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Juan Soto.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him. The wind of the pitch.
That one fouled off. Well struck, right field. That's back there. Grabs it right up against the wall. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. And that's in the dirt.
2-1.
That one misses. And the count is 3-1. Our umpire for this one, Freddie Ferguson. A consistent umpire by all accounts.
Yeah, I think the book on him is that he's not necessarily by the book with his strike zone. But once you figure out where he's calling strikes, you can pretty much count on him to stay with that throughout the game.
We got a full count.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. His first homer of the year, and they add to their lead. It's 8-0.
The count was full, but he was ready to swing it. breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Base is empty, one away. Here's Francisco Lindor. Hit on the ground to the right side. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. Lindor retired.
Up next for the Mets, first baseman Pete Alonso.
Two down, base is empty. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. Two down, base is empty, but one run across here at the top of the second. Ripped to short. Throws to first in time, and that is that. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now an 8-0 game. Back here at Daikin Park, Singy, these fans are used to watching good baseball. The Astros won the AL West last season for the 4th year in a row.
Yeah, they kept the division run alive, but their streak of 7 straight appearances in the ALCS was snapped.
At the Belton Fires. 88 wins last year was enough for another Astros division title, though.
Yeah, that surprised me, Boog. Turns out the AL West was the only division with a champion that won less than 90 games.
That's not a high number, especially with teams like the Rangers and Mariners in the same division. My guess is it takes more than 88 wins to take home the division crown this year. And a pitch. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And the count's full. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And he walked him. And that's their first base runner of the game.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
And here is Yainer Diaz. Walker aboard here at first with nobody out. Misses inside. And that's ball 2. Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And he deals. That's out to center field. Hauls it in for the out. So man aboard, Isaac Paredes getting ready to hit. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Man at first, one away. Fouls it off, still 1-2. That one ripped. That's back there. That's going. Gone. He dunks it off the foul pole. He muscles that one out the opposite way, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 8-2.
Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
One down. Now it's the DH, John Singleton.
1-2 is the count.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. And now the shortstop, Jeremy Pena. Next pitch misses. Now 2-2.
2-2.
Laboring here. About to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. On the ground, right side. Loves it on the dive. What a play. Inning over.
Making it look easy at the keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some high fives when he gets into the dugout.
New inning getting started, and stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Alvarez makes the catch, and there's one gone. Now the catcher up to hit, Francisco Alvarez. One down, base is empty. Pitch misses there. Ball 2. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. His first homer of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 9-2. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
One out, base is empty. Digging in, Jose Siri. Outside low, and now 3-1.
3-1.
One out, base is empty, and a run in here on opening day. Check swing, called strike.
Count is full.
Fights it off, he'll see another. McCullers winds, fires. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. The pitch. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Dubon. He's got it, and there's 2 away. So the batting order turns over. Starling Marte up now for the Mets. One now. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1-2.
2 outs, base is empty.
Two and two.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. And it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. It's now a 9-2 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Astros, Chas McCormick.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. So the Houston lineup turns over. So next up for Houston, Jose Altuve. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And it finds its way through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Now batting, center fielder, Mauricio Dubon.
Mauricio Dubon now at the plate. Center field. Siri in position. Drops into the glove. 2 down.
Up next for the Astros, left fielder, Yordan.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Fires across the diamond, and they get the out on Alvarez. And that is the inning. One left for Houston. They're down 7. It's 9-2. As we go to the top of the 4th, and stepping in for New York, Jeff McNeil. Next pitch misses way outside.
Well, these Mets putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. Everything is clicking, and when you're producing more than 2 runs an inning, it's pretty obvious your guys came to do some damage.
Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Now batting, right fielder, Juan Soto.
Here's Juan Soto. 1 out, base is empty. They say you win.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Here's a 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Up against the wall and brings it in. Two outs, base is empty. And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos. And a big swing and a miss.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. So a man at first, and now it's Frankie Lindor.
We got a full count.
In the dirt, no advance. Good job behind the dish. Two outs. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Two on, two outs.
2-2.
In the dirt. Nothing happening on the bases, though. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball. Could be extra bases. Vientos around third. One run across. Lindor around third. Relay throw home. It's off the mark and he scores. And they now lead by 9.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one. Ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. McCullers gets the hook, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. The Astros turn to a new arm on the mound, Luis Garcia.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. That one missed. Right through there for a strike.
Count's full.
Alonso at second with 2 down. Line drive. He's got it, and that is that. They put 2 on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Mets 11 and the Astros 2. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection. And a pitch. Goes down swinging. Kodai Senga picks up the strikeout. Here's the catcher to hit, Yainer Diaz. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Check swing on the 2-2. Appeal to first. And no swing, says Joe McDonald. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And next to hit for Houston, Isaac Paredes. Swing and a miss, struck him out. John Singleton up next for the Astros. And here it comes. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Strikeout number 8. So the Astros leave 1. That won't help much. It's 11-2. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Singy, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels, and I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
Zips it across, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. Stepping in, Jose Siri. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And that is out of play. Every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player. If, say, he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time. And that's always fun when you don't see it coming at all. And everybody in the dugout goes crickets on him.
Yeah, and that veteran player's usually got a response for those individuals with one or the other hands.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Starling Marte. That was your worst start one year. Didn't you start like 3 for 33 or something?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awful. Not awesome. It was awesome.
Not so awesome.
It was awesome for pitchers facing me, but it was awful for me. It sounded like some type of deal at a fast food restaurant, like 3 for 33 or something.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
2-2.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Mets go down quickly, and it remains an 11-2 ball game. Back here in Houston, we head to the bottom of the 5th, and stepping in is the speedy Jeremy Pena. And a fastball clips the outside corner for a strike. Ground ball left side. Toss to Alonso. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Astros, right fielder.
And stepping in for the Astros, Chas McCormick. The Mets up big in this one here on opening day. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
So the lineup flips over. Jose Altuve up to hit here.
Altuve always seems to be setting records or reaching milestones, Boog. In 2023, he became the fastest player to reach 2,000 career hits, 200 home runs, and 200 stolen bases in MLB history.
The pitch. That one is absolutely belted. A dive, and he can't haul it in. McCormick around second, headed for third. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. And now the center fielder, Mauricio Dubon. Hard ground ball, base knock. The run scores from third, and it's an RBI single. It's now 11-3. 2 on with 1 out. Yordan Alvarez digs in now. The 1-2. Ground ball right side. Can't glove it cleanly. And they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. And now it's Christian Walker. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a heater. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 5 innings complete. It's the Mets 11 and the Astros 4. And we're back. And now Jeff McNeil. The wind and the pitch. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
In the air, out towards right center. McCormick sizes this one up, and there's one down.
Now batting, right fielder,
Juan Soto up now for the Mets.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Next offering misses. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Here comes a pitch. Check swing, tried to hold up. Now an appeal to third. He did not go around. Chop to the right side. Tosses to first. They get the out on Soto.
Now batting, third baseman, Mark Bianco.
2 down, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. And that one clips the corner. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. McCormick hauls it in to end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, we go bottom 6, and now Yainer Diaz. Senga ready to fire now.
Yeehaw!
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
The Astros with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the 6th. And it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
John Singleton, the next to hit. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Here comes A.J. Minter to the mound.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
And now the lefty. Swing and a chopper out to short. Slings to first. That's it out.
The shortstop,
Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. Runner at second, 2 down. That one the other way. Reaches, but can't make the grab. The run comes in to score from second. It's an RBI single. It's 11-5. So 2 down. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Chas McCormick.
Outside.
Just missed. He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left. Bat right.
You make a note of those guys because it's just different. It's like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And out to a board.
Back-to-back base hits. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
First and second, 2 down. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Next offering is in for a strike. Flares it into the outfield. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. They get a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. 7th inning coming up. It's the Mets 11 and the Astros 5. Back here in Houston, stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Now a fly ball to right center. It gets down a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Pete Alonso will hit next. Next offering is down low. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And he held up. "3-2. And ball 4 to a board.
Take your base.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. Ball to strike. To the right side. Finds its way through, base hit. Lindor rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. So up next, Francisco Alvarez. Hit on the ground might be 2. Paredes to second, and a run scores on the double play. So up next for New York, Jose Siri. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Base knock center field. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
So back to the top of the order. And now the DH, Starling Marte. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning stretch time. The Mets lead it 13-5. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. On the ground to the left. Vientos whips it to first. And one away in the bottom of the seventh.
Left fielder, Jordan Alvarez.
Air Jordan steps in to take his hats. And that misses. They're now 3-1. The Mets up big in this one. Here at the bottom of the seventh. That's in there. 3-2 now.
Full count.
And it goes just foul. Swung on, belted. That's back. That's long gone. His first homer of the year. It's 13-6.
How in the world did he do that? That pitch was outside the zone, and he still got it out of here. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Base is empty, one away. Christian Walker getting ready to hit. And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. A.J. Minter departs, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. Sean Reed Foley gets the ball now.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
One down, base is empty.
That
misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2-2 is the count.
That one 95 to finish him off.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
2 outs, base is empty. So next up for Houston, Yainer Diaz. Swing and a ball popped up. Lindor makes the catch, and that'll do it. Astros notch a run on the solo homer. We look ahead to inning number 8. You're dialed into the show. Back here in Houston, now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. Kicks and fires. And there's a ball. Activity in the Houston bullpen. Bennett Sousa appears to be getting loose. Scott also throwing. Hit hard on the ground to short. On to first. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Right fielder, Juan Soto.
So digging in, Juan Soto. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that one finds its way through. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Mark Vientos. Chance to collect himself now as he asks for time. On the ground, 2 ball. There's 1. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 8th coming up. Mets out in front, 13-6. Back here at Daikin Park, bottom of the 8th. And stepping in for the Astros, Isaac Paredes. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And the pitch. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And that one upstairs.
2-2.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 1 away.
Now batting, designated hitter,
John Singleton up next for the Astros. 1 down, base is empty. Right through there for a strike.
1-2.
The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. And they'll do it again. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Got him swinging.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
And makes the grab. And that's the 3rd out. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound, Taylor Scott.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Francisco Lindor now at the plate. The shortstop takes the ball. This one in the air, center field. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. The Mets up big in this one here at the top of the 9th. The wide to kick the pitch. And it remains 2-2. Other thing in this part, I mean, he could sneeze one over the left field wall into those Crawford box seats. The 2-2. And that one is inside.
Full count.
Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. That's to third. Paredes fires over to first. He made the pitcher earn that out after a long at-bat. Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
The wind of the pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Oh, having such a tough time putting him away. 6 foul balls in a row. Man, what a battle.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Now it's the right fielder, Chas McCormick. And the righty deals. Edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 2-2.
Count is full.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, second baseman, Jose.
Here's the Astros leadoff man, Jose Altuve. And 1-2.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Now one miss.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge.
That's a ball.
And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
McCormick gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. McCormick coming home. He will score. It's an RBI single. Our score 13-7.
Well done. Drives in the run. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Here in the bottom of the ninth, 1 out. And next will be the... And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Paul Blackburn takes over on the mound.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters. Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
Right-handed reliever. Struck him out swinging. And just 1 out remaining for Houston. Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Blackburn is just 1 strike away. In the air, left field, down the line. Nimmo running hard to get it. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. On the ground, and this should do it. And that'll do it.
Well, this team was ready from the first pitch of the ball game, swinging the bats, scoring runs, just very aggressive. I feel like they set the tone, and that tone created a momentum that took them all the way to the finish line. Nice win today.
A 13-7 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.